second. It comes out to the 25-yard line. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Over! Hurry up, here we go. 3.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Watch it now, Barney. Hurry up, here we go. Green.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Emmanuel Ogbah there on the stop. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Gone!
Here's Darnold now on 2nd down. Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
And out come the Chiefs now. It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back at it.
And you know me and you know my tendencies in this situation. What do I want right now?
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive. Take your shot right here.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On 2nd down, Collins. Nice footwork at the 25. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
On first, they go right back to Collins. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
New York set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. With Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Jets in possession as we begin quarter number 2 here. They're looking at a second and short yardage to start things out. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Here we go now. 3-19.
On 2nd down, Darnold goes underneath for Bell. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And unable to get downhill there, so he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
To throw on 2nd down is Darnold. It's caught by Quincy Enunwa. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On the counter, here's Bell. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
Green 39. Detroit.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And he will find his man on the outside. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Darnold from the gun. Got an open man. It's a new one. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I'll just figure there's something wrong with the football.
Darnold. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Z.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Drops it underneath for Collins. And finally, he's taken down at the 18. A big play there on the catch and run. 81 yards. So talk about escaping danger from their own one. Clear across the field now. They come up on 1st and 10. Now Carlos Hyde in the game. And his first carry, he loses the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it, and somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On second down, Hyde. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll run. Hyde. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Carlos Hyde taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Butker now to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And now out come the Jets. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. Here's a first down run with Collins. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Now Mahomes throwing on second down. And it's caught. And Alma caught it up. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball, You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
So following the fumble recovery, here's Darnold. Anuma's got it, complete. And he gets this up just shy of the 15. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. First down. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And now running right through it. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Tackle made there by Nick Perry. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
Lucky 56.
Faking the give, Darnold. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On first down, it's Darnold. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Back to the air, Darnold on 2nd down. It's complete to Anunwa. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A really good pickup of 28 yards. This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Throwing again is Darnold. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
319! 319!
2nd down and 10, Darnold. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, Darnold. And he's got Anunwa. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Gone! Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
Darnold from the red zone now. Throw left side complete. It's Bell.
Number
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and it'll make it second down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Play action. It's Darnold. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. And Catanzero's kick is right through. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break. Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it? And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. So out now come the Jets. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room. And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game. We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Darnold on first down. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game. I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made. And that just means you're one big score away from being right back there. Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. On 2nd and 10, Darnold. That's complete over the middle to Anderson. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Set. Boom, landed.
Throwing here on third down, Darnold. This is Bell on the dump off. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On first down, Darnold. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested. And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long,
and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Detroit!
Darnold to throw again. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
To the air again, Darnold. And this is going to be incomplete. Anunwa again the intended target, and now it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Green 39. Green 39.
Here's Darnold now on 2nd down. Hauled in by Anderson, left side. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the 1st half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Still in search of their 1st touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. To throw is Darnold, and that is incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Anderson. And he gets it down to the 32. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another 1st.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
A 1st down throw, Darnold. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Rashad Breeland there defensively and able to knock that one down to the ground. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Darnold. And he's got his man on the out route. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Leopard! Leopard! Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Gone! 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 All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Darnold from the gun. Goes underneath for Bell. And he's got the 1st, but we also have a flag on the field. And they're already walking backwards. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
Set. Green, 39.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And here we go on 4th. Darnold. And he's got Miller. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? They'll try and run it in with Bell. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
No. Check. Patriot. Detroit. Leopard. Watch it now, Barney.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Jets are able to make this a close game again. Here's Chandler Catanzaro for the extra point. Extra point good by Catanzaro. And that slices the lead down to 17-10. Now the punter who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 16.
Black 58 round. Here we go. Green 39.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he's going to drop this off to Williams. Complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. An excellent way to start the drive there. 18 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. The tackle by Tremaine Johnson.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
From the gun on third down, Mahomes. He dumps it to Hyde. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run for it. Hyde. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so.
Mahomes hit. He lost the football, and the Jets have recovered.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! Hurry up, here we go. 3-19! 3-19!
So following the fumble recovery, here's Darnold. Steps away to his left. Now he's going to throw deep, and this is caught. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Chris Herndon, 34 yards. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And Charles, correct me if I'm wrong, I think they just went 4 verts there against cover 2, didn't they?
They did, and it's really an excellent route versus cover 2 because the longer it develops, the more stress is put on the safeties because they're the ones back, each with half the field responsibilities. The corners don't retreat very far in cover 2. They're closer to the line of scrimmage. So now you've got 4 receivers putting pressure on 2 guys covering. Usually you'll find someone open, and that's exactly what they did there. Made the catch and carried it all the way into the end zone.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, That's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now a play fake here on first down. Incomplete. Travis Kelce, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. And the play clock about to expire. Andy Reid notices it and takes a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Caught, Kelce, left side. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. And again, it's Mahomes. It's Kelce on the ground. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Now the Jets are going to burn another timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Collins. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as it'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This for the lead in the final stages. And the kick by Butker is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the fourth, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time,
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Back to throw. This one caught by Crowder. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play. Obviously a big first down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it. But they've got to continue to move quickly.
They'll look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. Takes this to the 45. Broken tackle. Bought him a little extra space. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Gone! Hurry up, here we go.
He's back to throw. That's complete over the middle to Anderson. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. He'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Set! 3-19! 3-19!
Back to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
Set! Blue landed!
Now Bell. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Now they've got to signal that field goal unit, and they have to sprint out there in a hurry. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play
before starting that last drive, and they did.